Hello everybody. This is Shanker, and you must be wondering that what am I going to talk today? And surprisingly, I am not going to talk about at the moment for astrology or any other astrological combination. Astrology is my passion, has been my passion from the age of 20 years. I've written about 25 books. I keep on reading and researching even today. Also reading a lot of charts which come to me, and out of the thousands of charts, I keep on writing various combinations and various things where I go wrong, where I go right, etc. etc. So astrology is a passion, is a hobby, is a research, and I will give it whatever I learned. I want to put it on the digital footprint so that people understand what the actual meaning of astrology, planets, etc. is, rather than getting into snapshot prediction. At least it gives indication to the people who are researching and learning astrology. And just to cut it short here, for that I have a channel which is by the name of Shanker. That is a part which is very dear to my heart, and I loved it. It was my passion, so I wanted to tell people whatever I have learned, understood, researched, and also learned from everybody else. The second part has been that I have been a student of economic honors. I've done my MBA, I've done my PhD, I've done my PhD in agricultural economics, and then after that, my career started in those days with L&T, DCM, Xerox. Then I was in USA with Northern Telecom, and then I came and joined a very large company in India, which is in the field of telecommunication, energy, etc. And so there has been a journey which I have had over 50 years now. I started working at the age of 21, and so around 50 years journey, which is a professional journey where I have worked in sales, marketing, product development, management, strategy, research, corporate, regulatory, relationships, advising, starting new projects, implementing new projects, ensuring project completions, etc., etc. Over this period of 5 decades, nearly 5 decades, just to put it in the right perspective, nearly 5 decades. So that is, I also want to share my knowledge to all the youngsters and the young people who are there as to what it means actually when you are on the ground, and what is there in perspective which is there for the future to come. Apart from this, I have a streak where I do a lot of charity. I do a lot of charity in Vrindavan. I pick up a lot of charitable things like feeding dogs, going to the shelters, not to the old people, but people who are having leprosy, etc., taking care of them, giving them medicines. And Vrindavan has been a place where I see a gamut of activities, what I call it is a box of positive and negative things. So if you want to do a lot of positive things in terms of charity, it provides you an area. So our family has a small place there where we do a lot of charity in terms of work, and you'll be surprised that a lot of things can be done for the small girls, ladies, etc., for the people, for the villages which are around Vrindavan, not the main Vrindavan. So that is another streak which I have, where I pick up projects and I do them. Sometimes contribute in terms of money and let people do it. Sometimes I personally go and do it. And so that is another streak which I have, which I always wanted to share, and I will share in the videos which I come here. And last but not the least is the places I like to visit. I am not a great philosopher. I do understand religion. I feel religion is a way of life. I have read a lot of philosophy, but it is not that it's deep into me, or I am a great sadhak. Yes, I do believe in sadhana, I do believe in consciousness, and that is one thing which has always attracted me. So I do have this thing of visiting a lot of temples, especially those temples where the energy is high, which a lot of temples have been destroyed as India was invaded in the north. You go to the south, you see the difference. You see the architecture, you see the temples, you see the Garbhagriha, and so many other things which are there, which are very different from the temples in north, and that just shows the mark of invasion of the Mughals and the Britishers. Between the north and south, go to Kerala and go to some temples nearby. I was in Orcha and I was surprised to see a sun temple which was very old and very good in terms of architecture, but still a lot has to be done there. It was a beautiful temple. It was having all architecture. It had 21 triangles. It had everything just there, but a lot has to be done in that temple in terms of making it better. So those are things which I do look upon people, at people, and for myself to take care of those without any return. That is what is important. Do a thing and walk away. That is what gives you satisfaction. That is what gives you good karma. So that is another thing which I'm keen on. So those are things which I experience, which I will experience. I would put it randomly. I mean, there would not be a particular thought to it or a process to it. It could be sometimes a video on my journey in my career. Sometimes it could be a journey to a spiritual place. Sometimes it could be a journey for the reason of charity. Sometimes it could be a journey which is inward. Sometimes it could be an experience. Sometimes it could be pure about something pure to do with economics, management, or things which are going to come up in the years to come, which is purely which would be my perspective of things. So those are the things which I would like to share with people at large. And before I leave the world, I'm sure digital footprints are going to remain. The digital footprints are going to remain for a very, very long time in some way or the other. So this is what I want to do. I want to create a digital footprint where these things are there and can be used. They can be. So I would request people to please join the channel, listen to my videos, comment on them, share on them, and also be a part of the community. And the ultimate goal is to form a community which does a lot towards improving the consciousness of the entire world, of your place, of your town, of your home. And this consciousness can be, increased by various ways of sadhana, which come not by only meditation, which will also come by work, which comes by meditation, which comes by so many other ways, serving. These are things by saying thank you, by being grateful. So many ways by which sadhana comes into our life and creates a difference, for yourself, and creates a difference for others, and also creates a difference for the world at large. So this is an introductory video of what I would do in this channel, and I would christen this video as Adawal Shanker Unplugged. Adawal Shanker Unplugged is the word, but I'm reducing it and putting as AS Unplugged. That is these things which I would share here. As I had told you in the paras earlier, AS Unplugged I would share in Hindi as well as in English, or sometimes Hindi and English combined, but they would come from my heart, from my soul, and from within, and also something which would help all of us. So that is what AS Unplugged would try to do. So AS Unplugged would be a platform where people could join. In one word is to better the consciousness around you, around your region, around your country, around the world. And that is done by various ways, as I have explained, right from doing thinking, to doing, to acting, to learning, charity, physical, mental, in large number of ways it can be done. And I would like to form a community which helps in doing things in a structured way. And of course, it will take a long time. It's a long way to go. But I'm sure before I say goodbye to the world, maybe I would make a little difference, and that little difference would be important for me. So this is what is there for you in AS Unplugged. So welcome to AS Unplugged, and please be a part of it. Thank you. Bye for now.